Hello, this is Mr. Kent of MrKent.com. And when we moved down here to Arizona, excuse me, about 3 years ago, we were watching my grandson almost every 5 days a week, almost, and had him all day long. So when the weather wasn't too hot, he and I would go up to this little park, and he would usually take some Hot Wheel cars, and we would play on the merry-go-round, and we dig in the sand and make roads and tunnels, and we just had a great time. That square area down there with the sand, we'd make our roads and tunnels over by that shelter, and there were no swing sets there. You can see where they had a volleyball net, but the teenagers, and it was probably teenagers, kept doing everything they could to destroy it. So anyway, they've changed this park now. They've redesigned it so it's attractive to little kids and not necessarily a hangout for teenagers. They put the swings in, as you can see, and that's new. So that's for there's room for babies in some of those. But anyway, usually you don't find swings in parks. Some people think they're too dangerous, and I don't know how high those are from what we can tell. But anyway, so they did that. And then this used to be a tether pole, and people kept ripping the ball off of it and destroying it. So now they've made it into kind of a basketball type thing without a backboard. I guess that's what that is. And there's still the merry-go-round, the little merry-go-round, but there was right there where the tent type setup is. There used to be a play place where you could, go up the stairs, and then they had things that older kids could climb on and get exercise and stuff. And so they've taken that out, and now it's pretty much just a play place for little kids. And they put in the teeter-totter, and they put in that little horse over there. And so they've totally rearranged it. It's not all finished yet. And they also put new sawdust in in that area. So they've just totally redone that the park plaything. So it's not for big kids anymore. And hopefully they'll leave it alone and not destroy it. But they've destroyed the the night lights inside the shelter, and they've had to replace those. And so it's just kind of an ongoing fight. But I guess the HOA decided to turn this into a place where just little kids are going to enjoy it, and hopefully the bigger kids will leave things alone. So anyway, that's the new park. It's been totally rearranged and redesigned, and so it's not finished yet. But when my grandson comes next time, we'll go inspect it and take a look at it if it's all finished. So now we're going to take a turn, and you'll notice the cars are having a race out there because we've gone to 4 times normal speed. And we're going to head over to the construction project that I've been watching over the last couple of years and take a look at what's going on over there. And as you can see, these houses are pretty much done. The last time we looked at this, they were still working on them, but there's people living in that one on the right there at the end here. And then they're in the process of filling up that center area because they've got all the houses, all the lots around the outside, I think, are already filled. And it looks like they got about 10 houses under construction in the center area. And, well, actually, there's a partially made one down there at the end of the block. We'll call that 11, I guess. And you can see there's cars parked in front of some of these houses, so there's people living in them. These houses aren't built until somebody pays to get it built, and so they build it according to somewhat to custom to the folks. And that's just the whole little community there. And when it's finished, it's intended to be a gated community. And so as we come around here, we'll take a look at the gates. And on the left, the lot on the left is already planned for more houses. We've gotten a few notices of planned construction there. They vary. They're not, it's conflicting, because we'll get one that says they're going to do this, and we'll get another one that says they're going to do that. And there's the gates. And you'll see just on this side of the turnaround in the center there's a post sticking up, and that's probably going to be where you punch in your code to get the gate to open. And these houses are just having the stucco put on them. And I think I've said before, they put the tile on the roofs and let it sit there for a couple of weeks to let all the wood get settled in and everything, so that when they do put the tile down, nothing's going to move. And those little white boxes out in front of each house, of course, those are scrap. And I'm thinking maybe I'm going to run over there one of these days and get me some scrap wood for my grandson to do some wood projects with. And you look out across the valley there, it looks a little bit hazy. This was taken, between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. In one of the previous videos, I noticed that there was a guy coming home from work, and his dog ran in the house through the doggy door, and there's that dog. And if you look close, you can see the neighbor's dog, but I think it's covered up by my telemetry. So anyway, that's about how everything's looking in my neighborhood. So I want to thank you for watching, and God bless.